my channel. My name is meribahMUA. Tonight I am going to the Jay-Z concert for his new 444 album. 444, yeah. And I am super excited, so I figured I might as well film what look I'm doing for this show. So I'm obviously wearing more makeup than I normally would because we are going out on the town. So this is definitely not an everyday wear. This is if you're going somewhere, a special occasion, night look. So I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up and comment down below. And don't forget to click that subscribe button before you leave. Also, you can follow me on social media. That will be linked over here somewhere, but let's get started. All right, so I already did my eyebrows. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and outlined them with a little bit of the MAC concealer. So we're gonna go ahead and prep the skin. For priming the skin, I'm using the Pores No More Luminizer Primer by Dr. Brandt. And I'm gonna rub this all over my face in a circular motion. For foundation today, I'm mixing the Luminous Silk Foundation by Giorgio Armani and the Cover Effects drops in Moonlight. And I'm going to be applying this all over my face with a beauty blender. With the Shape Tape in Light, I'm going to highlight underneath my eyes. With the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Medium Bisque, I'm going to go ahead and do some liquid contouring. Using the foundation spun, I'm going to blend out the liquid contouring. Going back in with the Shape Tape, I'm going to highlight the top of my forehead. To bake my face, I'm using the Mercier translucent powder, and I'm using the Sephora Cake Bake Sponge. Now that I have my translucent powder baking on my skin, I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes and then I'll dust everything off. So I've let my skin bake for a few minutes, so I am gonna take this fluffy brush here and I'm gonna wipe all this off. With the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen up the contour that I did over here. That same fluffy brush, I'm gonna go ahead and sweep this over my cheeks and at the top of my forehead. For a little bit of nose contour, I'm taking the Hula Benefit and I'm going to be applying this straight down my nose just to darken up the nose a little bit, and I'm using this Artis brush here and we're going to take this straight down. With a fluffy spectrum brush, I'm just going to blend that out on the edge of my nose. Now with the Marc Jacobs bronzer in Tantric, I'm just going to bronze up the tops of my cheeks here. Just very lightly, since we already have the contour. And I'm going to put a little bit under my chin. With the MAC Cosmetics blush in Peaches, I'm going to add a little bit of blush onto the apples of my cheeks. Now with my MAC Fix+Spray, I'm going to go ahead and spray that all over my face so that way any powder that I've applied will absorb into my skin and my skin will look very natural and glowy. With my beauty blender, I'm going to go ahead and press this into the skin. While I let my setting spray sink into my skin, I did put in some green contacts, so I apologize, my eyes are watering. So next for highlight, I'm taking the Glow Kit in That Glow, which is Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I am going to be taking the shade Bubbly, and I am going to be applying that with this brush here. And I'm just gonna apply that on the high points of my cheeks and up to the top of my brow. Then with the shade Sunburst, which is this more yellow shade, I'm gonna apply that with my finger, and I'm just gonna put that down the center of my nose and on the tip of my nose. And then with this same brush, I'm just gonna buff this out. So moving on with eyes today, I'm gonna be using 3 different palettes. So I'm just gonna explain to you which ones I'm using now. I'm gonna be using the Master palette by Mario and the Modern Renaissance palette and the Rustac by Melt Cosmetics. So before I apply any eyeshadow, I'm going to take the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. So now I'm going into this shade Classic in the Melt Cosmetics stack, and I'm going to buff this light shade all over the top of my lid as my base shade. Now with the shade Rubbish, I'm gonna be sweeping that into the crease. And I'm using this BH Cosmetics brush. And I do take that shade 2 times over, so that way I really build up the crease. Now in the Master by Mario palette, I'm taking the shade Violetta in a more dense brush. And I'm gonna build that just into the corner of the crease. Then with a fluffy blending brush, really want to blend out those edges, making sure that nothing is harsh. Then I'm going to go back in with the Violetta shade and just tap it in the very corner, just to put some of that pigment back in that I just blended out. Shade Rubbish from the Melt Stack, I'm going to blend that out. Then with a fluffy brush, a blank fluffy brush, I'm just gonna blend this out on the edges even more to make it really smooth. Then in the palette, the Master by Mario palette, there's this really beautiful shimmer shade called Marina. And I am going to apply that onto a flat concealer brush. And take some Fix+ onto a flat concealer brush. And then I'm going to apply that directly on the top of the lid. And going back in with the Violetta shade, I'm just going to blend that back onto the outer lid if the shimmer shade went over too far. Blank blending brush again, we're just going to buff all of that out. Now for underneath the eye, in the shade Bronx, which is this really pretty green shade in the Mario palette, we are going to bring that underneath the eye. Then with a blending brush, we're just going to smoke out the bottom lash line just so everything is really smooth and blended. As a brow highlight, we're going to use the shade Vermeer in the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Fix+Spray and apply that Vermeer shade in the corner so it pops. Now for eyeliner, I'm going to take the Trooper Black Eyeliner by Kat Von D, and I'm going to make a wing. I do want to add a little bit of black eyeliner in the waterline. And the eyeliner I'm using is the Makeup Forever eye pencil. So now I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I'm going to use the Lancome mascara. For eyelashes today, I'm using these Lily eyelashes. I don't know what kind these are, but they're pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyelashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I have my eyelashes on, and they look absolutely stunning. I don't know what kind this is, but it's so pretty. So I am going to go ahead and line my lips, and I'm using the Milani All Natural Lip Pencil and the Revlon HD Lip Liqueur in Smoky Topaz. Now I'm gonna spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and then I'm gonna apply some Artis Couture highlight in Gold Digger with this Fluffy Beach Cosmetics brush. Alright you guys, that completes the final look of this very beautiful natural smoky eye. Yeah, I'm really excited to be filming beauty tutorials again. I'm so glad Halloween's over. I know I said that in my last video, but I cannot express to you enough how much I missed doing this. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to follow me on all social media platforms. That'll be over here or over here somewhere. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day.